Far Cry 4. A game we all know and love, and I would even say it's my favorite game in the Far Cry franchise. I have played it before, but I have not done a 100% run on it, and I think it's finally time for me to do so since I've already done 100% runs in the previous games, as you can see here. So I load up a new save file on hard mode, and the game has officially started.
Of control. Awesome. Don't worry about a thing, my boy. This will soon be behind us, and we'll be off on our grand adventure. Because I have cleared my calendar for you. You and I are gonna tear shit up!
Should I stay or should I go?
Well, go on, take the bloody bag off his head.
Again, terribly sorry for what happened before.
We've been invited over for dinner at Pagan Min's house, and to intimidate us, he stabs our friend, or family friend. I'm not really sure.
Try for help. Help? Oh, pathetic.
Pagan leaves us alone for a brief moment and tells us to stay where we are.
Good. Don't move. I will be right back.
However, I don't listen and decide to escape while a friend here gets tortured. We meet a new friendly face and he helps us escape.
The door! Quickly!
The escape route is not free from any danger and we get hit by an RPG making us swerve down a cliff. The violent crash killed our driver and we are now on our own.
Hello?
We take the knife from the dead driver to silently kill enemies standing in our way. I then grab a revolver and an AK-47 from the dead bodies that I killed to then, you guessed it, kill more people. We defend the tower while all of a sudden an avalanche swiftly runs down the mountain. I get buried in the snow and the friendly face we previously saw digs us out from the snow and the prologue is now completed.
You're a tough man to kill, brother. Give him some morphine!
You are thrown into a new mission called Propaganda Machine, where you need to climb up a tower and liberate it. This is also the mission that grants us our beloved grappling hook. These types of towers are scattered all across the world, and you need to liberate them in order to unlock new chunks on the map. They are very easy to collect. You just need a helicopter and fly up to the top of the tower, or you can just climb. There are 17 towers in the game, and you need to collect all of them in order to get 100% on the game. And here is a clip of me liberating all the towers.
To use this. A trap.
The second mission, called The Wolf's Den, is about saving an old lady from wolves that kill her livestock. You are given a bow to carry out the task. This is also the mission that introduces us to crafting, but I will talk more about that later.
Welcome! I am Longinus.
Return to Sender is the first mission we meet Longinus. We get a call from Sabal, the friendly face, saying that they are under attack. We then hurry to the small village where we need to kill a bunch of guys and take out helicopters in order to save a girl called Badra. We find Badra and jump out of the burning building.
Thank you.
You're okay.
The next mission, called Hostage Negotiation, introduces us to a new type of side mission called Hostage Rescues. Hostage rescue missions are about saving hostages from their captors in various places on the map. They can be hard since enemies often are scattered all over the place. There are 14 hostage rescue missions in the game, and you need to complete them all in order to achieve the 100% goal in the game. Here's a clip of me doing all the hostage rescue missions. The last mission of Act 1 is called Incursion. You are sent out to liberate an outpost, and I managed to do so undetected. As you might think, this mission introduces us to outposts. Outposts are places filled with enemies that you need to liberate in order to take control over new territories of the map. There are 24 outposts in the game, and you need to take control of all of them to minimize Pagan Min's forces in the world. Every outpost is different and vary in difficulty, making some of the outposts very hard and some very easy. Once you've liberated an outpost, you can use that outpost to fast travel to from the map, which makes the game much easier to navigate around in. They also contain various of different side missions that you can unlock by liberating an outpost. Okay, I will stop talking now. Enjoy the clip of me liberating all the outposts. In the start of Act 2 you meet Herc. This encounter unlocks multiplayer, but this is a single player playthrough, so that does not really matter.
I'ma see you around though, okay?
The first mission in Act 2 is called Hunt or Be Hunted, where you need to go to a hunter base to retrieve intel. You are then sent to an alliance base where you need to protect your allied friends.
Educate yourself, Ajay.
Sabal is not happy about our decision on siding with Amira, so he tells us to educate ourselves at the Holy Temple. The mission, a cultural exchange, makes us do various tasks that gives us karma. The temple then gets attacked and we need to defuse bombs in order to protect the temple. There is also a side mission called Bomb Defusing. There are 7 bomb defusing missions in the game where you need to defuse bombs. Kind of self-explanatory, but I just wanted to explain that. Oh yeah, do you remember the wheel you need to spin in order to get karma? You also need to collect 50 of those in order to achieve the 100% goal.
AJ, my child.
We meet our beloved friend Longinus again. He sends us up into the steep mountains to retrieve yellow boxes. We also need to keep track of our oxygen supply in order to survive up in the mountains. After we got our oxygen is the time we search the dead bodies of the mercenaries for the yellow boxes. We then head back down the mountain after finding all the boxes. And yeah, you might wonder what's inside of those boxes. Longinus made us go up that mountain to retrieve blood diamonds.
Terrible business.
Longinus proceeds to give us missions throughout the game, and there are 4 in total. The first of Longinus' mission is called A Short Hunt, where you stalk soldiers to a secret bunker, then retrieve more blood diamonds. You then deliver the blood diamonds to a secret area for Longinus. Longinus seems satisfied with our delivery and decides to send us out on a new mission called Recompense,
Bring back what you find.
to gather even more blood diamonds. The next Longinus mission is called A High Price, and it is not so easy anymore to gather blood diamonds. This time the vault is heavily guarded, and I had to blow the whole place up in order to find my way into the vault. In the final mission that Longinus gives us, a final penance, we see Longinus binge drinking, looking very bothered over something. We need to go retrieve, yet again, even more blood diamonds. The vault is even more guarded this time, and I had to yet again blow myself through the defenses. When we come back to his tent, we see him packing up his things to leave Kyrat.
So good to see you.
And to show his gratitude towards us, he leaves us a gift. And that gift is the most powerful explosive weapon in the game. A mortar missile launcher with a homing sight. We then say farewell to Longinus and the mission is over.
Wait, what? Empower like empower.
We travel to our old family house called the Gale Homestead. 2 strangers have occupied the place. They then offer us drugs, but we politely decline. However, they get upset and inject us with an unknown substance that makes us black out. We then regain consciousness just to be thrown into an arena to then fight for our life. We grab a blade hidden in the sand and the fight is on. We then need to survive 5 rounds with enemies swarming us, but we manage to do so without any major problem.
See? It works! I can see through the walls. What? Bollocks to that, you just heard his footstep.
The people that drugged us are called Yogi and Reggie. They continue to drug us throughout the missions they give us. The first mission is called Lost and Confused, where they strip us from our gear and we need to find it again. The next mission, the Burning Forest, is the same thing except the forest is on fire and dogs are attacking us. The third mission, Naked and Screaming, refers back to when they lured us into the arena. Anyways, we need to yet again find our gear, after riding a jet ski, dodging falling cars and rising structures in the water. The last mission, Fly or Die Trying, starts with Yogi and Reggie giving us our last hit. We then need to move through strange encounters in order to find Yogi and Reggie. After finding Yogi and Reggie, they give us a gift called the Golden Pipe of Kyrat.
I hereby present to you the golden pipe of Kyrat. It's not real gold, sorry.
We then discover that they have used us as a guinea pig for their experimentation with recreational drugs. You can now use this pipe in the Gale homestead. The pipe makes you teleport to random places in the world. However, that is not the only use for the Gale homestead. You can now upgrade your home. For example, you can build a helipad or a garden where various plants are grown.
Shitbags! Hang on, my friend! I know you're angry with Donald for what he did, but we're embodied! We didn't think she was gonna throw you in the arena naked.
Yes, we did. That's why you bet against him.
I only technically bet against him. I was trying to cover the spread, my old China.
He means mate. Smoke?
Leave.
Right.
So where's the map?
Yogi and Reggie tells us about the Shangri-La. They also inform us about the map leading to all the locations for the parts of a painting. You then need to find all the locations of the Shangri-La painting. After finding the first part of the painting, you're led to a mythological place where we swim through fish and find a tiger. You save the tiger to then pick up a knife in order to defend ourselves from blue men. We need to find huge bells around the area that we need to spin in order to free another bell. After releasing the last bell, you wake up in the homestead and the mission, the Protector's Arrival, is finished. The next mission, the Rakshasa, is basically the same thing except that you pick up a bow with special powers. The third mission, the Surrender to Paradise, sends you out flying between huge flowers. You also need to pick up a new upgrade to the bow that allows you to shoot multiple arrows at a time. You then need to kill more blue men and release bells to complete the mission. The fourth mission, the Paradise Destroyed, introduces us to an elephant that you can ride. You need to utilize this elephant to kill the larger waves of enemies. It also works as a great way of transport around the mission. After releasing the last spell, we see a large bird that we then follow. The last Shangri-La mission, the Unpainted Future, sends us into a boss fight with a large bird. The bird spits fire and we need to shoot it down by shooting arrows into its mouth in order to let our tiger jump in the mouth to destroy it. You need to do this multiple times in order to finish off the boss fight. The last spell is then released and we have now obtained the last part of the painting. We meet Sabal and Amira to discuss what we should do to the opium shipment at the old tea factory. Sabal wants to destroy it and Amira wants to protect it in order to gather a little bit of extra money to the Golden Path. We side with Amira and decide to protect the opium shipment. In order to protect the opium, we need to repel large waves of enemies and scatter water at the opium plants in order to protect it from fire. After doing so, the mission called Reclamation is finished. The next mission, the Sleeping Saints, sends us out to a couple of holy statues that we need to protect from Pagan Min's forces. We call the Golden Path for backup in order to shoot down a few helicopters trying to destroy the statues. And last but not least, we shoot down a huge boulder to block Pagan Min's forces from reaching the statues. In the next mission we meet Noor. Noor sends us out to kill another antagonist called Paul Harmon or Paul the Plur. The mission is called City of Pain, where we need to sneak our way onto a truck heading to Paul. Once we arrive, we need to take pictures of captives to send to the Golden Path. After that we head to Paul where we knock him out, in order to then pick up his body and sneak away from the camp. Paul is then handed over to the Golden Path where they kill him. We meet Amira and Sabal yet again to decide what we should do to the opium shipment that is being processed at the brick factory. Amita wants to capture the brick factory to proceed with the opium selling, while Sabal wants to destroy the opium shipment and the brick factory. I thought it would be more fun to destroy something, so I sided with Sabal on this one. We head to the brick factory where we need to ride an elephant in order to destroy 5 cables attached to a chimney. After doing so, we enter the brick factory to plant explosives to then blow up the whole brick factory. The mission called Basic Chemistry is then finished. The next mission, Shoot the Messenger, we are sent to the arena to kill the second antagonist called Noor. We create chaos in the arena by releasing animals. We then approach Noor to shoot her, but I hold on to my finger and decide to not shoot her in order to save her life. Instead, she kills herself. Free Willis is a mission where we need to kill 6 snipers in order to let the plane land on the small airport. We then need to protect Willis while he retrieves information to then secure the whole airport by blowing up a helicopter. After doing so, a mercenary tries to fly away with a vital briefcase that we need to retrieve. so we jump on a quad bike to then drive after the plane. We then need to utilize our wingsuit to approach the plane. After that, we are shown the best cutscene in the whole game. Just watch.
What the hell?
AJ, I take it you have the file.
Yeah, and it doesn't tell me shit. Take him out, we'll be able to get Yuma.
In the next mission, Kill or Be Killed, Willis flies us up into the mountains of the Himalayas to kill 3 of Yuma's lieutenants. You have to take a picture of the dead body of the first lieutenant, take a key from the second lieutenant, and last but not least, just kill the last lieutenant and his guards. Willis yet again flies us up into the mountains on a mission called Death from Above, where we need to infiltrate a monastery to kill another lieutenant, but this time with a knife. We then take a picture of his dead body to then fly through the collapsing cliffs of the Himalayas. And to be honest, it's a beautiful view flying through the chasms. We arrive at Willis's plane to fly away. Instead of flying us away, Willis betrays us and throws us out of the plane, where we are knocked out by an enemy guard. And that concludes Act 2.
Hello. Welcome to Dagesh. I apologize for the Spartan accommodations, but you have been a naughty little shit, haven't you?
We wake up in the prison cell after being knocked out by the previous guard. Pagan Min locks us into the prison cell, where we then are drugged by a prison guard. We start to hallucinate and the mission Don't Look Down has begun. We need to escape the prison cell and find 2 parts in order to make a grappling hook. First, we find a metal rod and then we find a rope. We then combine these 2 compartments in order to make the grappling hook. We then jump down the mountain from our prison cell with the help of our grappling hook. But when we least expect it, a blue man from the Shangri-La missions attack us, making us fall down the rest of the cliff. We once again wake up, but this time in the Dagesh prison camp, where we need to kill guards in order to escape the facility. After killing countless guards, we manage to escape and enter a snowstorm where we can see, you guessed it, Bigfoot. We then wake up for the last time in this mission in a house after Sabal managed to save us from the snowstorm. Before we continue on with the story missions, I just wanted to tell you about the different side missions and collectibles. I have already covered a few previously in this video, so I will be covering the ones that are left.
Yes, hello, hello, hello.
The first type of side mission I will cover is also the most boring. They are called Karate Films Racing and Karate Films Survival. There are 18 of these missions in total, and they consist of driving. Just driving. They also take a long time to do and are very repetitive. There are also 2 other objective missions in the game called Cargo Hijacked and Pagan's Wrath. In Cargo Hijacked you need to hijack and deliver cargo trucks to bases controlled by the Golden Path. And in Pagan's Wrath you need to destroy 3 of Pagan Min's convoys by any means necessary. The next types of side missions are called Hunting. Hunting missions are split into 3 different categories: Hunting Control, Hunting Supplies, and Hunting Survival. There are a total of 14 hunting missions in the game. Hunting Control sends you out to kill a larger number of animals that are infesting an area. Hunting Supplies are about killing an animal with a bow and arrow to then harvest their skin for other uses. Hunting Survival, on the other hand, is about defending people from animals that are attacking them by any means necessary.
There's nobody here by that name.
Golden Path supply missions are quite interesting in my opinion. They are overall very boring and repetitive, but they have a story to them. You are sent out by an anonymous guy to gather packages scattered across Kyrat. And in the last Golden Path supply mission, you open the door to this anonymous guy's bunker, where you find him dead. Spoiler alert, he is not a part of the Golden Path.
AJ, someone called for an armed escort?
Armed escort missions, on the other hand, are actually very amusing. They consist of jumping on the back of a truck to shoot enemies trying to destroy the payload, which can make it quite difficult sometimes.
I can do it.
Assassination missions are just what you think they are. You need to assassinate the target in order to loot their body. After doing so, you need to either escape the area or to hide the body somewhere to then escape the area. A lot of stealth is required in some of these missions, but they are relatively easy in my opinion.
What's happened?
Eye for an Eye mission are very similar to assassination missions, except almost no stealth is required. You need to kill your target with a specific weapon in order to then take a picture of them. And that's pretty much the only thing you need to do.
Hello?
The next type of mission are in my opinion the best side missions in the game. They are called Kyrat Fashion Week. In order to start the quest line, you need to visit the fashion guru called Mumu. He sends you out to kill exotic animals for their skin. But that's not all, you need to kill these animals with specific weapons, which can and will be very hard in some cases. Animals that you need to kill in these missions are called Sky Tiger, Mad Devil, Shadow Leopard, Ghost Bear, Tenzin, Black Water Dragon, Gulo, Thickskin and Karkadan. After doing all these missions, you are sent back to Mumu, where he has left you a note telling you that there will be no Fashion Week since he has left the country. But that leaves you to use the rare animal hides to upgrade your utility in the crafting menu instead. The crafting menu is quite simple to explain. It is used for upgrading your utility by using different animal hides or skins. There are 10 different items you can upgrade, and you need all of them in order to achieve the 100% achievement in the end of the game. The skills menu, on the other hand, is also very similar to the crafting aspect of the game. Throughout the game, or by completing missions, you earn skill points, which you can use to upgrade different skills. The skills are split into two categories, the tiger and the elephant. Tiger skills improve your movement and combat, etc., and the elephant skills improve your healing, health and more. There are also another type of outpost in the game called fortresses. There are 4 different fortresses in the game, and they are all controlled by every other antagonist that you meet in the game, which is Paul, Noor, Yuma and Pagan Min. You liberate the fortresses to suppress Pagan Min's forces in that specific region of the map. You also unlock new missions by doing so. The last side mission that I will cover is the Propaganda Center missions. They are unlocked by removing propaganda posters surrounding Kyrat. The Propaganda Center missions send you out to an area where you need to destroy various machines and resources to minimize the production of Pagan Min's propaganda. As I said previously, you need to remove propaganda posters in the world, but they are also a collectible. You need to collect or remove 150 posters in the world by either burning them, removing them by hand or blowing them up. There are also other collectibles that you need to collect. They are called Lost Letters, Journals and Masks of Yalung. Lost Letters are a collectible often found near corpses and skeletons scattered across Kyrat. There are 20 letters in the game that you need to collect. The journals that you find in the game are referred to as Mohangale's journals. Mohangale is the protagonist Ajay Gale's father, and you need to find 20 of these journals in the game in order to progress towards a 100% goal. The last collectible that I will cover is the Masks of Yalung. There are 55 of these scary masks around Kyrat, and they are often located at weird places. However, they do give out a specific sound when you're near them, which can be to a good help when you're trying to find them. I will now move on to covering all the other story missions since I've gotten all the collectibles and side missions out of the way. We meet Amira yet again and she sent us out on a mission called A Key to the North. We need to capture a fuel truck guarded by guards in order to later bring it to a large gate that we need to blow up. The truck is blown up and we head through the gate to send out the signal to the Golden Path. We kill some royal guards on the way out and that is the end of that mission. The next mission is called Truth and Justice. A kind couple hides us in their basement in order for us to partake in what Pagan Min has to say to them.
Your wish is my command.
Pagan Min leaves the house and the kind couple is killed right in front of our eyes. We then chase after Pagan Min to kill him, but in the end, the Pagan Min in question was just a doppelganger.
Yes, you did.
Hagen? I just killed you!
Go ahead. I challenge you. Bring it on.
Pagan Min challenges us to get him, and that is the start of the mission called Payback. Juma drugs us and we are transported to a spiritual place, where we need to swing and climb our way to Yuma. Me and Yuma exchange some words and we are then transported to an arena where we need to kill a guy called Kalinag. This boss fight was quite hard, but I managed to overcome the bosses without any major issues. After waking up, we see Yuma laying dead at our feet. We meet Amira and Sabal again to decide what we should do next. I side with Amira and the mission Culture Wars is started. We need to access a vault on a small island with a temple on it. We then proceed to open a gate in order to provide access for the Golden Path rebels. After picking up some C4, we head up to the temple and plant the bomb charges. A timer appears and we need to escape from the island by boat while shooting down enemies and helicopters. The mission, the Valley of Death, makes us go to an army outpost where we need to destroy and disarm artillery cannons and turrets. A couple of Golden Path rebels called Sappers are by our side, disarming the turrets while we need to defend them from any harm. After siding with Amira in the last mission of the game called Ashes to Ashes, we need to go and kill Sabal. After doing so, we head to Pagan Min's headquarters where we need to capture 3 locations: the armory, the comm center and the headquarters. We are then tasked with one last order, and that is to blow up the golden statue of Pagan Min. We meet Pagan Min for the last time in his luxurious home where we need to decide whether to kill him or let him live.
I say you have 2 choices. So,
I decided to let him live. We chat for a little bit, having some dinner, but after a while he leads us out to a small altar where we place our mother's urn. After doing so, we say farewell to Pagan Min. Pagan Min flies away in his helicopter, and that is the end of Far Cry 4. We also meet Yogi and Reggie when they move out from our home.
Smoke?
They offer us a smoke, but we politely decline. I'm going to be honest, I really enjoyed playing this game, and there was a lot of fun interactions in the game, and the open world aspects truly give you a lot of freedom. I even encountered some glitches in the game, some were just fun and others were completely game breaking. I, for example, flew upside down in a helicopter, I strafed sideways during a cutscene, and I even clipped through a pair of stairs, leaving me with no other choice than to restart from my last save. Other than that, I also bought every gun in the game with every camo and attachable upgrade. You can pause in the video if you want to check that for yourself. Here's my final progress. I've completed the whole campaign, open world activities, reached Karma level 8, achieved everything in personal progression, done all quests and other activities as well as all collectibles. And I have finally reached a 100% completion in just a little under 30 hours of playtime. And now it's time to give the game a final score, and I will let my little character do that for me. Thank you for watching.